what advice would you give to young doctors who are thinking of going to healthcare management? Because right now we have quite a huge exodus of doctors not wanting to continue clinical practice. What would your advice be for these young doctors who want to go into healthcare management?
I think first thing is have a sense of purpose. Um, Always ask yourself, why do you want to be a doctor? Okay. If you feel that there's no more purpose for you to be a clinician, then you're going to consider other roles. I think it's fair enough. But don't run away from it just because you face certain challenges or difficulties. I think in life, we all go through phases. Okay. If you ask me, was preparing for MRCP more difficult or running a hospital more difficult? Anytime I would say running a hospital. Okay. Number two is get as much experience as you can before you quit your clinical job. Because these years of experience, no matter how mundane you think it was, it still helps. It still helps. Whether or not it helps to have the other doctors trust you more, or the different exposure and experience in handling patients and your healthcare colleagues, all these actually build up your different skill sets that you would never realize until you face different situations. Prepare yourself if you really want to venture into healthcare management. Before I quit, I was actually preparing myself. After my MRCP, immediately I did Masters of Public Health. Part time, I was still doing my my registrar calls, and in between, I was still running for night class and doing my projects to complete my Masters of Public Health. But now I think there are a lot more options. You have full time, part time, and even micro modules, online option as well now. So you can do that, while you're still in your clinical work. And I think you can also start small, and try and see if you really like management. For example, volunteering in clinical committees or quality projects or some operational projects that your hospital might have, and use that, to test whether this is something that you really want to go into long term.
If you're a doctor and you're ready to impact healthcare differently, remember to subscribe to Disruptive Doctors, follow us on social media, subscribe to our podcast, and don't forget to leave a review. Your feedback helps us to bring more stories of doctors who are changing the game. So stay tuned for our next episode where we'll continue to explore how doctors like you are making a difference beyond the white coat. Until then, I'm Dr. Selena. Take care and keep disrupting the norm.